Hey everyone, AskJasonGelios, Michigan Realtor here. This is an opinion video, just to forewarn you. There's a lot of good things that come out of being a part of a homeowners association, right? And so I'm going to share with you some of those as well, but I also want to share with you a negative, and I think it's a big one because you have to be aware of this, if possible, before you purchase a property in a complex that has an association. So let's go ahead and dive into the negative. Now, I recently had somebody that was looking to purchase a condo in a complex, and we reach out to them through the process, right? Once we get past inspection and we get past appraisal, but we reach out to them to get what's called a status letter. And a status letter is a letter that the association prepares for the title company and the lender, and it just states the status of the unit as it pertains to the association. Are there any delinquent association dues that are owing, unpaid balance, right? Is there anything else that would cause a concern for the buyer, potential buyer? I had an experience with a particular association who shall remain nameless. I don't want to share their name on here. However, I want to share with you what happened. So our title company was asking for the status letter, and not only did they state how much they charge, which is normal, okay? They actually had a normal fee that they were charging, which can range anywhere from $100 to $1,000. I've seen one not too long ago where an association was charging $750 for a status letter, which is outrageous. That's crazy high. But that's the highest one that I've seen. Now, getting back to my rant here, we were requesting the status letter, and what happened was the association made us aware that the buyer had to attend an orientation with the president of the association. And not only did they have to spend the time to do that, keep in mind, this is before they close on the loan, close on a property. They also had to pay an additional $200 to them just for the orientation. Now, I don't see why it's so important to have an orientation for a buyer looking to purchase in this case, a condo in a condominium complex. I don't feel that there's any way, any reason why there should be a $200 orientation. I mean, what is there really to know, right? The type of flowers that you're not allowed to plant, any other rules, right? They go over the bylaws. I don't know. There's no reason to have a $200 orientation, a $200 sit down with the president. I just think that's obscene. And of course, when I called them out on this, they took offense to that. But I don't feel that you should pay that. Now, do we have a choice? Did the buyer have a choice to just say, I don't want to do that? No, unfortunately. And so this is where I feel that homeowners associations go wrong. And that's, they try to over control the residents. They try to micromanage every single thing that a resident does. Now, this doesn't happen everywhere. I live in a subdivision that has an association that does the absolute basics. They only charge once a year. They do snow plow for the streets, not my driveway, but they do the streets. They maintain the front exit entrance of our subdivision, and they make sure that blight is out, which is the number one thing, by the way. I talked about this in other videos about curb appeal and things like that, and blight can affect home values. So that's why I like a homeowners association. For me personally, if I had a choice to live in a complex that didn't have one, versus they did have one, I choose yes. I want a homeowners association, just because it tends to keep people keep people in check to a point. And I know that sounds terrible, but you don't want blight coming up and then affecting your home values. And again, this is just a rant video. I'm kind of sharing my opinion here, but I had to share this because if you're looking to purchase a property, try to find out the association's whoever's in charge of that first, and then do your homework, do a little bit of research on it, or have your buyer's agent do that. Look at it and determine, okay, is this going to be a place that I really want to live at? Matter of fact, you can also get the bylaws in advance too. A lot of times I ask for bylaws, copy of bylaws, before we even place an offer, just to make sure. Or we'll place an offer and we'll review it while we're waiting for the inspector to go out. So this is just my take on where homeowners associations go wrong. I'm Jason Gelios, Michigan Realtor. Thanks for watching.